take an opportunity to introduce our keynote speaker. He is none other than Mr. Uday Prakash, VP Finance and Associate Operations at Herbalife. Before calling him on the stage, let me tell you more about him. So VP Finance and Associate Operations at Herbalife has over 26 years of relevant experience in the field of supply chain and finance and direct selling, retail and ITS sectors. He has been with Herbalife for over a decade, and prior to his current role, he worked with Nilgiris, HCL, Genpact. He firmly believes establishing a robust, transparent supply chain is essential to build a trusted brand. He institutionalized responsible business practices, keeping sustainability at the core of business. So I want everybody out here, please put your hands together and please welcome Mr. Uday Prakash. Can we have a huge round of applause for Mr. Uday Prakash?
So good morning, everyone. It is an honor and privilege to address this morning on behalf of Herbalife. My heartfelt thanks to Synex Group for organizing the India Dairy Summit and Awards for 2023. Welcome to Honorable CEO of FSSI, Mr. Kamala Vardhana Rao. And I also welcome to all the speakers and delegates from the dairy industry. So my best wishes to the Synex for the successful event. With this, I'll just share a few pages that I prepared for today. So, हम सबसे आगे हैं. You can see India ahead in the game, 24% of the global production, 5% of economy, massive, 75 million farmers with an average 1 to 2 cows, CAGR of 13.2% during 23 to 28, and now 100% FDI is permitted in animal husbandry. Now just compare that with the US. Though in the dollar terms, they are significantly ahead, but in terms of economy, it contributes to 3% of economy, 9.3 million cows and 2.9 million jobs. China, I think China is behind. They have a shortage of cows. However, they are building new farms, large farms, and they are getting heifers from New Zealand into China. All of you are aware that milk and dairy products are great source of nutrition, both for macro and micronutrients. So this is interesting how pandemic has changed the health awareness in India. And you can see in many of these parameters, India is ahead of the global markets. First, on the left side, if you see, concern about the family health, 94% in India versus 82% global. Consideration as healthy as the most important buying factor, 82% in India versus 57% global. Physical appearance will change in the next 3 years, 54% versus 36%. Approach towards mental well-being, 52% versus 39%. And importance of quality product at a premium cost. So people are willing to pay a premium for a quality product, 40% in India versus 29% globally. So pandemic has acted as a catalyst to fuel the demand for dietary supplement, and consumers are increasingly adopting these specialized products for their preventive health and well-being. Now, this is very interesting. In this chart, you will see how the income levels in India are changing. 2005, 69% was low-income group, right? See how the picture changes 2018. 69% has dropped to 43%. Now, middle income and upper middle, about 50% of household, so lower middle is 33% and upper middle is 21%. So 50% in lower middle and upper middle. Now see what's going to happen in 2030. 34% in lower middle and 44% in upper middle. Essentially what this means is, if you combine upper middle and high, 1 in 2 household will be upper middle income and high income group in 2030. Compared to now, 21 and 3, which is 24%, 1 in 4 household is upper middle and high. So 1 in 2 household will be huge income generating by 2030. What this means for us? You saw in the previous pages, the per capita income is on rise. What we have seen is that when there is a disposal income that grows, there is a growth in dairy. And with this, you can see on the right side, the gap that is widening, the consumption in India versus world, 52.1 versus 47.7, that was in 1997. In 2027, India will be almost double to that of world average. Now, there is an opportunity over here. We are still importing a large quantity of dairy products into India. And you can see in this chart, I mean, 2020 and 2021 are an outlier because of the pandemic. However, pre-pandemic, if you look at 24.97 billion versus 38.86 billion, so massive increase in the imports. And that's where the opportunity is for the industry to come together and see if the investments are prioritized in the whey and other dairy products. Now you all know that whey is significantly used in sports nutrition, and the subsequent pages I'll talk to you about sports nutrition. We have also seen positive regulatory developments, so my thanks to the regulators for making sure that mandatory compliance for nutrition panel is allowed for intended nutrient in product formats, tablet, capsule, and pills. Now, what is the support that we need? The current standard that you see on the left side, which is defined for the whey protein, is there is a minimum that is defined for protein, and for fat, there is a maximum that is defined. It's standardized between anything less than 10%. Now, on the right side, when you go to the finished good product, what is the challenge we face? The right side says that the nutrition panel, it should be anywhere within the range of 10%. Now, if so what we see is the nutrition panel for the finished good should be in line with the ingredient that is used in the nutrition. So our ask and request with the regulators is to extend the mandatory compliance for the nutrition products, nutrition panel for intended nutrient to the powder format and all other formats. Essentially, when you see how the whey is consumed as a powder, and that's where our request is. Sports nutrition, I spoke to you about the opportunity. We see there are two segments of people who are consuming sports nutrition product. The left side, sports and fitness enthusiasts and professionals, and right side is a consumer which are focused on health and fitness. What we observe is on the right side, the consumers focused on health and fitness, that's where the segment is growing. And the entire segment is projected to increase at a CAGR of 18%. The challenge that we have at hand, our milk production is slowing down. It is the slowest in the last 15 years. You can see over here in 2022 and 23, the production has slowed down. Now, how do we ensure that the whole dairy industry is sustainable? We need to work together to make sure that industry is future-proof. There are 17 United Nations Sustainable Development Goals. There was a declaration in Rotterdam which said that there are 4 major goals where dairy is contributing. No poverty, I mean, you all know how small families run farms in India. Zero hunger, milk, everyone consumes, most of them consume milk as a nutrition. Good health and well-being. There are well scientific documents which documents milk as a nutritious food, and gender equality. I mean, women sell milk, they help in farms, and then they get an additional income which empowers them. The key here is to adopt innovation. There are a lot of developments happening in various markets. You can see left side, there are, you know, Netherlands is way ahead in dairy, and there are huge investments that are coming into biogas, and that is completely circular. On the right side, you see, in California, while the total greenhouse emissions have increased, however, On a per liter basis, the greenhouse emissions have decreased by 50% than it was 50 years ago. That is due to the advances in agricultural efficiencies and better breeding in recent decades. So we believe that the partnership between dairy boards, processors, feed industry, related parties for innovation and adoption of new technology is critical for sustainability. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Mr. Uday Prakash, for sharing so much of information with us. To facilitate Mr. Uday, I would like to call on stage Mr. Milton Srivastava. Can we have a huge round of applause, everyone?